Schweppes presents the art of the mix. On Be Better this week, we meet up with Black Coffee and the talent behind Madwedwe. Dave conjures up a cocktail. Tom Swartz tells us about his next challenge. We meet every bride's best friend, Shelly from Casa Blair. And we have the final segment of PE to Plate. Now, here's your buzz creator, Taz G.
Kagiso, can I ask you the inspiration behind
The inspiration behind Matwetwe. When I went to university back in the day, you guys were probably not born yet. I just come from Pretoria. Attridgeville was kind of where I spent a lot of time as a youth growing up. The general Pretoria, but Attridgeville always had a special place in my heart. People live till 100 there, so there must be something just in the lifestyle. I don't know, I think they walk a lot, but it's like that. And so when I went to UCT, I kind of was like, oh man, it would be great to make a movie about where I come from in that way. And then I discovered weed, so I'd just get high and imagine all of these things happening. And then I thought of the story of these two sort of young guys coming of age, having to kind of make a plan to cross over to university, financially and all of those kind of things, grow up, all of that.
I grew up in two different townships. One is Umlazi, the second one is Ngangelizwe, Mthatha. And I grew up bouncing between those two townships. During school holidays, I'm in Durban, Umlazi, and then back to school in Mthatha. So I'm exposed to these two different types of people, basically. And when I saw the story, it was like a mashup of these two things for me.
So there was great synergy between you guys. Was there input from his side on the music?
He put one song in.
Is it okay?
He sent me, he was overseas somewhere. It was like middle of the night. He sent me a song which is unbelievable. And he said, yo, that song, you need to use that song for something. And then it's like such a blazing song. And I was like, okay, cool. And then I sent it to the editor, and the editor cut the scene and then I sent that to Black Coffee. He lost his mind.
Hi, I'm Tibatso Mashishi, and you are watching Be Better with Taz Jizzle. Yeah.
Hi there, I'm Dave the Alchemist, and we're back again doing my favorite thing, which is mixing drinks and slinging cocktails. So today we're going to be trying a really interesting cocktail called It's Good For You, because it's great and it's specifically for you. So we're going to start off by getting some ice into our glass here. And once we've got that ready, leave it one side. And then we'll get our tins ready. Okay. So with this cocktail, it's actually quite different to your standard mixes in that we're going to incorporate some interesting elements like a beer, as well as some lemon juice and syrup and a craft rum, which I love. So we're going to start off by adding some syrup, 20 ml, so that's just under a full measure. Once we've done that, it's important to get a sour element going. So we're going to take a fresh lemon and squeeze it into our jigger. So here we want about 12.5 ml or half a measure. And put that straight into our mixture. Now we're going to incorporate our rum, which in this case is Rhino rum, 37.5 ml or 1.5. Then we're going to add 50 ml of Bad Attitude, which is a new, an American style IPA brewed by Dockside Brewing Co. We're going to add a full 50 ml of that. This is going to add quite a fruity coffee flavor to the drink, which I think will balance perfectly with our other elements. And once we've done that, it's time to add some ice and shake it up. Awesome. Now we get our glass over here. So for this drink, it's not necessary to double strain as we haven't incorporated any herbs or fruits, so we're not going to get any of those bits. We can just pour it straight over the ice. Fantastic. Then to top it off, we're going to use Schweppes Ginger Ale, which is a fantastic mixer for cocktails like this. I love the fact that Schweppes doesn't over-incorporate the ginger into their ginger ale, that it's just the right amount of bite. As you can see, I'm pouring it over the back of a bar spoon, just to decrease the amount of carbonation that we're losing. Give that a little stir to incorporate. And then to garnish, for this one, we'll go for a lovely zest of orange. Express that over the top. And there we go. It's good for you. Please enjoy.
Schweppes presents the art of the mix.
Passion, commitment, and purpose is what we're talking about today on Be Better. I am with the winner of Survivor Philippines, Tom Schwartz, and his lovely wife, Nikki. Welcome, guys.
Thank you very much.
Tom, tell me about your experience after this whirlwind of winning Survivor.
It was absolutely incredible, and the thing I think that got me the most was the love and support that we got from so many people. It was really great.
So it's been a great kind of, you've got great spin-offs business-wise. Talk to me a little bit about how that's helped business.
Many of the times as a salesperson, you can't get into a certain company, but it has helped being the sole survivor that people go, oh no, wait, it's Tom. You know, you can come in, which is pretty cool. And I've also been traveling extensively throughout South Africa doing motivational speaking. And who better to motivate other winners than a winner?
Yeah, so rewarding as well, I can imagine.
Absolutely.
Have you always been in the motivational speaking realm, or has it just come about now?
I've always been in the MC realm.
Okay.
So I've done a lot of MC work throughout South Africa, and this was just a platform to, instead of just doing it at a wedding or just doing it at a specific function or fundraiser, it has now become, you know, the schools now want me to come and speak to the kids and, you know, work on teamwork and work on personal motivation, self-improvement, focusing on being better.
There we go. I like that. You've done this before.
Once or twice, yes.
And Nikki, I mean, everyone's obviously focused on the winner, but what do you go through at being the partner of someone? I mean, from the time that he left to winning and coming home.
I have to say, when he left, it was very, very difficult. Dylan was starting a new school, high school. Tom is a huge, huge role player in the family. So as far as picking Dylan up from school and driving to sports and water polo and all of that, Tom does that because my job is, it's difficult. There is no set time. I don't have a set time I'm working. I never know whether I can pick him up or not. So Tom is a huge role player. As far as Dylan and, you know, the family, obviously we missed him a lot.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, sometimes I had to run out in the middle of the night and Dylan would wake up in the morning and have to phone me and say, Mom, how am I going to school today?
So just on that note, your job, you talk to me a bit about it's an anti-poaching unit, right?
Yes, I work for a company called Darkwater Ops, and I manage the anti-poaching unit, specifically abalone, or what we would call palamon. I manage that unit, so we work along a stretch of Marine Drive, and literally that's what we do, we chase poachers.
So moving forward now, what are we looking at for Tom Schwartz, the winner of Survivor? What are your plans?
I believe that society is slowly but surely breeding softer and softer children.
Interesting.
Take it as it comes. And I believe that, you know, we don't have a military service anymore. I think that our children give up a little bit too easily. Too easy to sit in front of a TV and play Xbox than to get out there and actually grind down and get it done. And my message to everybody is, I'm not done yet. So to the kids that I speak to, when you think you've finished, you're not. When you think you're absolutely done, there's always something in the tank somewhere. And if I can help one or two of them learn how to scratch that last little bit out and release the last bit of their potential, that would be extremely rewarding for me.
And with Tom Schwartz Adventures, I see in 2018 you did a youth kind of movement for the kids.
Yes,
Zero technology.
Yes, zero technology. It was a digital detox.
Digital detox, that's
Yes,
what it is.
we did a digital detox for the kids. You know, in the beginning, the children were a little bit apprehensive of handing over their iPads and their cell phones and that kind of thing. And about 3 hours later, the kids were all dirty and having fun and kicking a ball around like we used to when we grew up. Well, maybe not you, but me. Definitely.
We definitely did as well.
I'm just checking, you know.
We climbed trees and rode bicycles.
There we go. The one thing we did notice, which was incredible, was at the end of the weekend, probably about 70% of the children forgot their phones behind. They were so hyped and so excited and wanted to tell mommy and daddy exactly what we had done. And the kids were still roughhousing on their way to the vehicles, on the way to the cars. And
so mission accomplished for you then, right? So will you be doing that again this year?
I would like to, yes.
Okay. And then also you're looking rather chiseled. I see there's something else in the pipeline.
During my Survivor trip, I had a couple of words with a gentleman named PK and Peko. PK is a kickboxer, and I come from a history of martial arts. And PK and I have decided to put on a show. Two of us are going to face off in a full mixed martial arts contest, 3 rounds, 3 minutes, on the 2nd of March here in Port Elizabeth at the Feather Market Centre.
Awesome.
And we've got 12 fights leading up to our fight. Our fight is the main event, obviously.
Okay.
And so I'm very excited about that.
The Running Waters Bridal Expo is in full swing, and I'm sitting with the Queen of Romance herself, Shelley from Casa Blair Bridal. Welcome, Shelley.
Thank you, Taryn.
Casa Blair, talk to me about your business.
Okay, well, about 6 years ago, I had this idea that I wanted to bring luxurious bridal gowns for the brides in Port Elizabeth. And the reason behind that, when I got married 10 years ago, there wasn't much choice for us brides. It was either going to designers, and if we wanted a beautiful designer wedding gown, we'd either have to fly to Johannesburg or to Cape Town. So I started doing my research, and I decided to start my own business to import wedding gowns.
Wow.
So the collections that I decided to bring in are very well-known bridal collections, and 2 of them is actually on Say Yes to the Dress, which is on Des TV.
Yes. And I know, I mean, the wedding industry in P is just absolutely booming. So there's a lot of brides out there that know very well Say Yes to the Dress.
Of course, and Randy himself.
And a little birdie told me you're going to be meeting Randy.
Oh yes, I'm actually flying to Amsterdam in March, where it's the Modica 2020 release of the new collection, and Randy's going to grace us with his presence.
How exciting. You're going to get so much inspiration from that.
I'm going to make sure I get a photo with him.
So how do you pick your gowns? Are there certain suppliers you use?
Yes, okay, so we get our collections a year in advance. So we're very fortunate that we get to know what's on the latest runways, what's happening in New York, London, Paris, Milan. We know exactly what's on the forefront the following year. We get the beautiful collections, the photos, and it takes a while to choose all your dresses that you'd like to bring into the country, because there's a wide selection. The only collection that's not really for South Africa at the moment is the jumpsuit. That is the huge craze at the moment.
Really?
At the Harrogate runway show in London recently, all the top designers had at least 2 jumpsuits in terms of their bridal gowns, but I don't think South Africa is ready for that market yet.
We're not there yet. I doubt we're there.
But not yet.
Well, it's good to know what is coming our way and all of these international trips. And I think I had a little brief look around the expo now, and your gowns are really, I would say, trend-setting from what I've seen. So you're doing great work there. How do all these beautiful brides find you?
Okay, so we've got our website, which is www.casablair.co.za, and of course we're on social media, your Facebook, your Instagram, you know, where all the nice young brides like to look, of course. And then as well, word of mouth. You know, a lot of our brides that we get are friends of friends who've had the great experience of finding their wedding dress, because at Casa Blair we really feel that the dress is the second most important decision, other than finding the groom himself, is your dress. And at Casa Blair we really feel the dress has its own story to tell. From it oozes confidence on your day, it tells the type of story of the person you are, what you want to portray on your day. Do you want to give that romantic feel to it, or do you want to come as that sexy romantic feel, or that more understated soft feel to it? Natural feel. It does, you know, in terms of what's available in South Africa in terms of your dresses, we've got everything. A-line dresses, to your trumpet, to your boho and vintage. So you've got a lot of selection out there for you.
And what is the process?
So your process is you phone or email to make an appointment. Your appointment is about 90 minutes. And we do believe it's got to be a memorable experience, because it's a very important time and journey in your life.
Yeah, and a lot of the excitement is before
Precisely.
the day.
Precisely, and it's got to be stress-filled and excitement. And when you find that dress, and after your appointment, you should be feeling like you're walking on air.
Yeah, well, I've seen your video, which is great.
Great.
It's got a great energy about it, and there certainly is romance in the air when you look at your studio.
Great, thank you.
Last day of the Fed Group PE Plet, all the way to the most beautiful finish at Nature's Valley. To finish this event, you obviously need a bicycle, and a well-maintained bicycle at that. And without our resident cycle shop, Cyclopro, this could not be possible. They did an awesome job, and without the rain, it certainly helped.
The guys here are really welcoming. Every single village we get to, it's awesome. Get to chill, get to relax. Routes are excellent. The single track's sublime. And I think we're in for a good surprise today.
Two lucky riders every day get rewarded with a Tony's Treat, an incredible tent kitted out with all the mod cons. Thanks, Tony's Appliances.
It was lekker, it was comfortable, which I don't think we should say out loudly now. But yeah, no, it was a good night's sleep, well-deserved good night's sleep.
Good morning to the fourth day, and the first three have really been testing different terrain. It's been like living in different countries, but from barren wasteland to the beautiful forests of Tsitsikamma, now heading to Nature's Valley. Just looking forward to the day.
Day 4, the penultimate day of the Fed Group PE Plet. The riders departing into the Cape Pine forests, all the way through Storms River Pass, the old pass into Storms River Village, then up into Vitterklip, which is the South African National Parks area, absolutely beautiful. Then we go through the beautiful Low Krans Pass, the old Elephant Migration Trail, and then finally descending down into Nature's Valley from a section called Covey, Pig's Head, on the Otters Trail, a beach crossing, and wow, what a journey into Nature's Valley finish. With today being a lot quicker, a lot of the group are still together. And we have a brand new finish line at Nature's Valley. Previous years have seen us finish on the beaches at Beacon Isle Hotel and then at Curland. But what a better way to finish than a massive descent into Nature's Valley and down the Otters Trail. Enjoy.
Best riding of the whole event so far. That was really cool.
3 guys working on a bike, massive camaraderie in PE Plet. Farmer Jacques Steenkamp, our weekend warrior, looking aggressive. Riding the last 2 days of PE Plet is what a weekend warrior is all about.
My derailleur wheel just snapped. I don't know. I went through a little ditch and it just came off, so too much power, I guess, yeah.
In the Open Ladies, it's going to be a race down to the wire with Michelle from Team VSR leading out the Valencia girls. It's going to be fast and furious to the finish. If there's one tar pass you want to have on your bucket list, it is the Blow-Krantz Pass. It is a pass designed by Thomas Baines and is absolutely incredible. The gradient is not too steep, so the guys can really get going here. Brandon and Shan from Team Fed Group giving it all they got. But once again, Connie and Matt, king of the mountain. Our first light solo rider coming through, Frederick from Germany. Kobe access to Nature's Valley. The finish line awaits.
Last day, absolutely fantastic. Check the view out there. Magnificent weather, beautiful course, fantastic tables, good marking. You don't need anything else.
It's been an unbelievable experience, and we're really happy to be here.
It's been an absolute pleasure.
Some of our riders exiting Pig's Head, and now it's just a wonderful beach ride all the way into the finish. Yolandi and Ben, our first mixed team, great supporters of PE Plet. This new finish line in Nature's Valley was loved by everybody. Normally, we would have rocketed down over the pass and then down through Salt River into Curland. That would have been a bridge too far. This works.
So this is a real nice prep, actually, just getting the legs going, and I haven't done any racing because of injury. Connie has done quite a few, but this is our first race together this year, actually. So it was really great to now get some confidence from this win. It's always nice to, get a monkey off your back, knowing that you can still ride a bicycle.
Glad to see that old Stephen Phillips is none the worse for wear. He's looking strong, he's looking happy, he's got his medal. I think the guys were just blown away. Selfies and hugs and tears and emotions. It's been a very, very special 4 days and a real journey. The cherry on the top was obviously receiving the great first ascent finishers jackets. The guys are really blown away with it.
When the opportunity to be involved in a race that's really running through the most gorgeously scenic part of what South Africa's got to offer, we really just grabbed the opportunity, and after the first 4 days, we're just so glad that we did.
You may wonder why I'm standing here at the base of the most beautiful place in the world. It's called Nature's Valley. Pig's Head behind me on the left. It's been an epic 4 days, starting at Woodridge on day 1 on Thursday, all the way through to Hankey, over the Cyrenaice Mountains into our new stop at Assegai-Bos Hotel, and then Tsitsikamma Range into Stormers River. Most magnificent day today, Blow-Krantz, Stormers River Pass, and just once again, this epic Otters Trail. Where to from here for the Fed Group PE Plet? It's just going to get bigger and better. The guys are raving about it. It's the most diverse mountain bike race in South Africa. It's one you have to be part of.